biggest promise your parents broke? When my grandparents died, I was 18 and starting college. They left me their Victorian house, the one with grandma's rose garden and grandpa's workshop that still smelled like sawdust. Worth $400,000, but worth everything to me. My parents assured me they were just caretakers, showing me the will with my name in black ink. When I turned 25, the house would be mine. I trusted them completely. I sent $800 every month for property taxes, fixed the roof when it leaked, replaced the furnace when it died. I was literally funding my own inheritance, thinking I was being responsible. My parents texted photos of improvements, new granite countertops, hardwood floors, a deck with built-in seating. They said they were adding value to my future home. I should have noticed they stopped inviting me over. Always an excuse, renovations, bad timing, maybe next month. For 3 years, I hadn't stepped foot in my own house. My 25th birthday arrived on a Tuesday. I called Dad, excited to finally become a homeowner. Actually, we need to talk. That careful tone people use before devastating news. My stomach dropped. 3 years earlier, while I was studying abroad, they'd transferred the deed to themselves. Some legal loophole about abandoned property. They'd forged my signature on documents I'd never seen. Then they'd taken out a massive loan against the house. My parents explained they needed the money for Dad's heart procedure. I felt terrible. How could I be angry about life-saving surgery? Then I did research. Dad's procedure was elective, not life-threatening. Insurance covered 90% anyway. So where did all that borrowed money actually go? Renovating my house's kitchen. A month-long trip to Italy. The BMW they'd been posting about on Facebook. They'd stolen my house to fund their dream lifestyle. I hired a lawyer with money I didn't have. The case was straightforward. Forgery is forgery. We won easily. But my parents refused to move out. It was their home now, they said. They'd made memories there. They had plenty of money from borrowing against my house's value. They could afford to live anywhere. They just didn't want to leave. So I started eviction proceedings against my own parents. The irony wasn't lost on me. I lived in a 400-square-foot studio for $1,800 a month while they occupied my inherited Victorian. Extended family called me heartless. Work it out as a family, they said. Easy words when nobody had stolen their house. I hadn't spoken to my parents in 8 months when Mom texted, "Grandma and Grandpa would be so disappointed in you for tearing this family apart." The audacity nearly knocked me over. You know what would disappoint them? Watching their son steal from their granddaughter, then play victim. The final hearing happened on a Thursday. The judge gave them 30 days to vacate. 2 weeks later, the sheriff called. My parents had moved out, but not quietly. They'd stripped the house bare. Light fixtures, appliances, even the hardwood floors I'd helped pay for. Walls had holes where they'd ripped out built-ins. The rose garden was torn up, roots and all. I walked through my grandparents' house for the first time in 4 years. Every room echoed with absence. They'd taken everything that made it home, leaving only spite. I'm 26 now, living alone in my grandparents' house. I've replanted some of Grandma's roses, fixed most of the holes in the walls. My parents live across town in a rental. We don't speak. Sometimes I wonder if it was worth it. Then I remember that this was never really about the house.